Very few people are as polarizing as Kyle Rittenhouse. Many see him as a hero, while others see him as a monster. I, however, feel he is neither. While I do feel he acted in self-defense and that the not guilty verdict was proper in light of evidence and circumstance, I also feel that Rittenhouse is a glaring example of vigilantism gone wrong, and that his decisions to take up arms and assume a role he had little to no experience, qualification, or authority to do led to a needless loss of life. In my opinion, none of the parties involved exercised good judgment, and the events that transpired in Kenosha were largely avoidable. With that being said, Rittenhouse did present valid points regarding media misrepresentation, especially concerning that of conservatives, as he claims to be seeking legal action against Whoopi Goldberg, Lebron James, and others. There is indeed an agenda by the liberal mainstream media to demonize all conservatives, to categorize the whole according to the misdeeds of the relative few, or to completely fabricate false narratives about conservatives altogether. There is no fault in scrutiny or criticism if it is the truth, but outright lies are a different story altogether.
If you voted for Trump, you voted for the person who the Klan supported. You voted for the person who Nazis support. You voted for the person who the alt-right supports. That's the crowd that you are in.
We seldom witness objective or impartial journalism, but a deceptive and divisive act to inflame racial tensions and villainize conservatives for simply having a different ideology, often portraying and mischaracterizing all conservatives as bigoted, intolerant, non-intellectual, and the like, as if these traits are exclusive to only people of one political party or ideology. The truth is there are decent and indecent people on all sides of the political aisles, but we simply have fundamental differences about the direction our society should go. The media rarely focalizes real issues anymore, but magnifies very isolated and statistically anomalous events to push a political agenda in the name of social justice, all to beguile viewers into aligning with race or some other superficial factor instead of values, policy, and principles. It is now no longer about virtue, but all about votes. It is in these environments of contention that the leftist media and politicians thrive most. They claim to want unity, but prosper most in division and identity politics. And while I believe the fight against mainstream media is a fight to be had, I grapple with the idea of Rittenhouse being such a prominent symbol in the culture war. Rittenhouse did what he had to do to survive, but he is also arguably an underlying cause of his own conflict. But this is no longer a question of guilt or innocence, but rather optics and merit. Is this really the person conservatives should be promoting, and in some cases, pedestalizing? And do the actions that so many have deemed reckless merit such an honor? Conservatism encompasses various personalities, ethnicities, and people along the socio-economic spectrum, but yet unites people under a number of commonly held beliefs and principles. Many embody conservatism with their respect for the sanctity of life in the womb, the belief in the nuclear family and traditional family values, the belief in small government, as well as fiscal conservatism and the like. Conservatism, however, is not the rallying behind of every figure that surfaces in these over-politicized media spectacles. But what are your thoughts? And should conservatives continue to promote Rittenhouse?